let's talk about this cool, interesting Telecaster. Okay, first off, this is not your average Telecaster. I mean, it looks like one, and it kind of plays like one too as well, but it's of course, the obvious thing is that it has the P90 pickup. This here makes all the difference. Makes it a totally different guitar. So I want to talk about the finish first, first impressions. First of all, when I got it, the action was high. I had to make a neck adjustment, and that's fine. Once I did though, it was perfect. I didn't do anything to it since. What I love about this guitar is the finish on the neck. The back of the neck has a really good finish. I think Fender really did a great job. I think they nailed the finish issues that a lot of people have with glossy necks, bare necks, all different types of different finishes they've used over the years. But I think with this one, this feels like the best when it comes to a finish for playability, and it's super smooth neck. And that's what I noticed. That was the first thing I noticed was the neck. It's a different neck. It doesn't have the skunk stripe on the back. It has the heel adjust, which is a bit of an inconvenience. I had to take the neck off to make the adjustment. That was the first thing I had to do with the guitar. Because it was set up a bit high from the factory, which is typical, and the neck does move, you know, with different weather, and if it's from the time it was manufactured to where by the time it gets to me. But I absolutely love the feel of the neck. It felt amazing, and one of my favorite necks. Also, it doesn't choke out at all. It has a 9.5 radius, and it plays phenomenal. I mean, I was really surprised how well it actually played. It fits my hand really well. I love the feel of it. You know, I'm a sucker for a Telecaster, but this is a Telecaster in feel, kind of look, but it's definitely doesn't sound like one, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And the reason I wanted to get this was really for the P90. I was looking for like a Gibson Junior or something with a P90, single P90. I didn't want double. There's something about having the single pickup as opposed to the two pickups. It has a different sound. A lot of people say it's because there's no magnet pulling on the strings from this area. So I think they're right. I think there's definitely something to the Esquire Telecaster or the Les Paul Jr. or many other one pickup guitars that you see that's been around for a long time. There's a reason why. What else can I talk about? The specs you can find out online. Just look up Noventa Telecaster. It has the vintage tuners, 9.5 radius, single P90, volume and tone, alder body, I believe. Yeah. So the feel is great. It's being a lot of people describe this guitar as a rock machine, which I agree with. It totally has that rock thing, but it also has that really cool country alternative to the standard Telecaster sound in country. If you want something that's a little bit twangy, a little bit country sounding, a little bit rootsy, then typical Telecaster is great, but this would be like a normal Telecaster sound, but with a little different twist on it. Because of the P90, it really does have a different sound. So with that, let's do some sound samples. Okay, here we go. First, I'm going to do some just basic kind of Telecaster type of tones, just traditional Tele type of tones, and show you how to pick up sound with that type of sound. As you can tell, that could work great for rock or country, any kind of, rock and roll song, from classic to modern, country, same thing. really love the kind of mid honk to this tone. Like, it's hard to explain, but it has that real gnarly tone from that pickup being so far back. So that it does that really well. You can pull back your volume a bit. Also, I want to mention that the intonation was really easy on this one to set. It was pretty much dead on. I had to make a tiny adjustment. But I love the fullness of this pickup. All the way up the neck. Let's look at a different tone now. Now you can hear the hum. The P90 has a hum, and that's part of the sound. I have no problem managing it. It depends on how heavy of a sound you're using. If you got a lot of distortion, or you know, a really gainy type of sound with a lot of gain, you're going to get that little bit of hum. But I have noise gate. I can get rid of that easily. Much like a single coil, but it's a little different than a single coil. Depending on where you move the guitar. I'm pretty close to my computers and stuff here, so you're going to get more. This is a different tone. This is like a matchless type of tone. Kind of less high-end, kind of a little thicker, kind of middle-of-the-road rhythm tone. You can't get that out of a regular Telecaster with a single coil. I mean, it sounds great with a regular Telecaster, with a single coil. I love the tone, but it's not the same tone at all. Really thick and beefy tone. Let's see how it cleans up. So that's a really, I got two distortions going on this sound. If I was going to go with more of an amp tone, just a regular amp tone. Pull it back a bit. Okay, let's try something else. This is a clean tone I use for a lot of country recording, and it sounds a lot different on this guitar. It really gives you the voicing of the P90. Really great guitar for recording. I've used it on several recordings already. I think Fender really kind of maybe fluked it off a little bit, or maybe when they designed it, they didn't realize how good it was going to work. I don't know, maybe they did, but I think it's a magic combination. This P90 and a Telecaster is, to me, is just very unique, and it has that a little bit of that. It has a magic quality about it, unique and really inspiring to play. Just love it for country. It's great for country, you gotta admit. That's my country tone. Let's try something. Let's go a little bit heavier. Let's go more in the rock vein of, you know. Let's try something heavier. Okay, this is a real like heavy Marshall tone. Listen to that sustain. And that's not a very, it's a, you know, sort of heavy sound. It's not, there's not a lot of distortion actually, I don't think. It's just an amp tone, just an amp. That's pretty darn good. So let's try a bit of distortion on that, make it heavier. That's the classic Marshall heavy metal kind of, or 80s metal. Just great for everything. I mean, it hasn't disappointed at all. Let's try another tone. So this is a heavier tone. Just sounds great. The P90 is extremely versatile. You can go from country to one pickup, not even a different setting, same setting, just different tones, and you can go from country to right to metal potentially. I'll pull the tone knob back and show you how there's a ton of range with this tone knob. So. So if you have a tone that's a bit bright, this tone knob is great for that. Let's go back about halfway. Works great on this tone for lead. Seems wrong playing it on a telly, but I love that. I love doing, you know, different things like that where, you know, you're playing something heavy and melodic on a traditional booking guitar. And a lot of players do that. I mean, there's a lot of great players that play traditional guitars and they play heavy music. So. Let's do the sustain test. Hear that hum? But if I move away, right? If I move away from my speakers, you're not going to get that hum. It's not bad. Nothing wrong with that. See? Home City. Okay. Well, I think this guitar is a winner from Fender. It's one of the best Fenders that I've played in a long time. It was better than I expected. I kind of expected a decent guitar for the price, but I think this feels more like a specialty guitar. I think because it's so unique with the P90, it feels like a custom. It feels a little bit custom, and the playability and the feel and the quality of the neck, you know, just doesn't feel cheap. It feels high end, I guess, is the best. For me, it feels high end. It feels really great. The neck feels phenomenal. I can't say enough about it. The type of finish, whatever they're doing with the finish, it's extremely smooth. It's not bare. It's just got the right amount. It's the smoothest neck I think I have when it comes to this style, this Fender style. Extremely easy to play. It also has medium jumbo frets, so it's really great for bending. There's no choking out. The action is really nice and low. I like fairly low action. Definitely like, you know, I would say low action. There's no choking out at all. I can't say enough good about it. If there's anything negative, I would say, would be this. I just need to do something with this up here. This is really loud, but that's me. I got a lot of guitars like that. So let me know in the comments what you think, if any of you bought this. Also, you can check out their Strat. Their Strat looks amazing too. Very unique, 2 P90s in a Strat, and some of the demos I've heard I was really impressed with. I love that really punchy tone. Very similar tone to this. I mean, I could be here all day showing you different tones. It's extremely versatile. You know, if you don't have a P90 guitar, and I looked at some Gibson Juniors, I mean, you couldn't get a Gibson. There was no Gibsons to be had. I don't know what it's like now. There's huge supply shortages. Kudos to Fender for doing such a great job on this guitar and getting these out. I think they probably sold a lot. I think they're probably going to keep them, I hope. But if not, I got one. So I'm glad I got it. Really glad I got it. It's very inspiring to play. And as you can see, I did a few videos already on this one. Hard not to play it. Works great for recording. Just so happy with it. Anyway, thank you for following me on YouTube and subscribing and commenting. I'll read all the comments. Really appreciate it. And See you again.